So with Bhanu, just like you might have in your pet dog or your pet cat, he's had an ear infection in the past. That was quite a deep ear infection, and so about a year ago we investigated that using a CT scan to evaluate what is going on deep inside his ear that you can't see. He's got that big fluffy mane, a little ear, and in that CT scan we found he had quite a closed up ear canal from all the inflammation in the skin there, and had a fair bit of debris that had built up in there. So we performed the GA today to follow up on that, as he's had a little bit of a flare up of those symptoms. We used a specialized little camera to look into his ear and try and look as far into his ear as we can. And we found that his ear, while it was a little bit flared up, it wasn't quite as bad as it was a year ago. So there's actually been some significant improvement over that time. We found that it was still a little bit closed up, but not as much as it was previously. There was a fair amount of wax in the ear, if you will. We had to flush out and clean out of that ear to make sure it's as comfortable as we can get it for him, and he's well on his way to recovery. So while we had him under anesthesia there, after we'd given his ear a really good clean out and had a really good assessment of that ear, we put in some long-acting ear drops in there that contain some pain relief and some anti-inflammatory, as well as some antimicrobial ingredients to help combat what is going on right in that ear. As we do with nearly every time we put an animal under general anesthetic, we take that opportunity to get a full health assessment of the animal. So we got some blood from him, we had a look at his eyes, a look at his teeth, we had a look at his other ear, even though that wasn't showing any signs, to make sure that was completely normal. And we had a good feel of him as well to see if there was anything else we could find. And so thankfully in this case, there was nothing else we were really worried about, and it's just his ear, which we're well and truly getting on top of. So while the GA we did today on Bhanu was really important for Bhanu and his own health, the information that we've gathered there is also really important for the conservation of Asiatic lions, which are an endangered species, and he contributes greatly to the conservation of his species.